There's one kind of little trick that I see going on. Just trying to study this cycle of abuse that has gone through my family tree. One observation that I've made the most is you turn into what you hate. Kind of examine yourself and the things that you hate. And then kind of reflect on yourself and say, do I act just like the way I hate? You can only hate something that you dislike. To hate is to dislike. So, hate in itself means you've turned into what it is you hate. I don't even know the words to describe it. It's a hard thing to see in yourself. It's something that I seen in myself. As soon as I seen that in my own reflection, it's like, holy shit. And that's why I work real hard never ever to hate. And it's like this big long email that was sent to me, who could have or could not have been from my husband's wife who stalks me. I don't hate her. I understand. I have compassion. Kind of think the behavior is a little wrong. Kind of think the behavior is not really serving their lives. But I don't hate. This Voctor group that's putting out hundreds of negative videos about me, I don't hate them. They're turning into me and they don't even know it. They're putting copies of my videos up. If that ain't getting closer to me, what is? So, at the end of the day, it might be really, really painful when you see others hate you. But that's okay. If you're a good person, if you're a loving person, if you're compassionate and understanding, then it's kind of a good thing people hate you, because eventually they will turn into you. And how does that work? It's because when you love something, you tend to take it for granted. And we're getting more and more into that as our generations evolve. That you want something that you love, but as soon as you get it, it's not something that you love anymore. You take it for granted. You don't, it just doesn't give you that loving feeling anymore. We focus mostly on what it is that we dislike, because our dislikes are the drive. It gets you up in the morning. You don't wake up because you love your day. You wake up because you hate something that you have to fix. You may hate having all of these bills, so you have to go to work every day to earn some money to pay all of those bills. Hate tends to wrap around your brain more than love does. Hate tends to be the strongest emotion that you can't control. And because your brain puts so much energy into hate, it ends up starting to mirror what it is that it sees. The human body, the brain, what it is to be human is like a tape recorder. If you be in a room long enough, hearing the same words over and over and over again, that's what you turn into. You start being the tape recorder. You've recorded all of the words that you've heard, and then you just start talking about the words that you heard. You can go into school, you can read a book. Everything that you start believing that is true is only something that you've heard. It doesn't mean that it was true. It just means something that you've either read a book or been in a room, or, you recorded the information to the point where it now became who you are. You don't know how to go into a room that's recording everything that you want. It tends to be boring. Hate tends to make things exciting. So, with these global changes that we need to make, a lot of people are going to lose their minds, be full of hate as they lose all their stuff. And yet, if you want to change your world, this is the time you have to be loving and set the example. There is one guy that wrote a book, Filthy, Filthy Rich Guy, who wanted to help other people, and wrote some book, I forget what it's called, but all about loving other people. And somebody told him, somebody from India said, no, you can't help anybody until you walk a mile in their shoes. And that was brilliant. Although when I sent him an email, and the guy still didn't get it. Still a rich guy, thinking that he can help the world from a rich guy's perspective. Still not able to listen. And that's what some of our biggest problems are, is people don't listen. We love to talk. That's what I do. But we don't really listen too well. I know since my channel started, I've never blocked anybody. I wanted to hear everybody's perspective. Then this Voctor group, this hateful Voctor group, came in and just posted a lot of hateful nonsense. Like, there was no conversation, and they were just cunt, bitch, whore, gonna get ya. Like, there was no conversation, which I'd love to hear their perspective if they had one, but it forced me to kind of block them and not listen. I think if you've got something to say, you should have something to say. Figure out what it is that you've got to say so that people can listen. Because if it's just hateful words that have no meaning attached to it, who's going to hear that? Just like this long letter that came to me yesterday. There was not one kind word in there. That was somebody that clearly is bored as hell if they watched every one of my videos and disliked every video. Who watches a video of everything they totally dislike? And the letter started off with trying to figure out why you do a YouTube channel. Why would somebody spend their day trying to analyze my life? And I wonder if they've spent that much time analyzing their own life first. And then they use the words that it's my channel is all about me venting and frustration. Do I look like I'm venting at all? Do I look like I'm frustrated at all? Not at all. Well, what do I have to vent about? The world is fucked up. There's no way I can change the world. As soon as you get to that realization that you can't change the world, one person can't change the world, it's not my responsibility, there's no frustration in it. I look at these, people that throw hateful words at me, and it's like, no wonder the world's screwed up. Does it frustrate me that somebody is angry and frustrated and wastes their time watching somebody's channel that they dislike just to analyze them? Does that frustrate me? No. It looks like they would be more frustrated than I am. Why would I be frustrated? I'm at one with everything. If we all want the world destroyed, kind of at one with that one. It ain't exactly a pleasant experience watching people be so hateful. If we wanted a better world, I'm for that as well. But it has to be what the majority wants, because the majority creates the world. And it kind of looks like the world wants to be destroyed right now. Am I going to stop that train? No. Am I going to be frustrated? No. My life will end just the same as everybody else's life will end, and guess what? Everybody thinks that you'll get peace once it's all over, so have at it. I'll get peace one way or another. But I think there is a better way. So, feel free to hate me. I'll love you anyways. Whatever direction you guys want to take. Doesn't bother me. Doesn't frustrate me. I'm just going with the flow. I ain't fighting the world no more. I stopped that several years ago. As soon as I knew that there were so many people that want to destroy the friggin' planet, and I'm just one person, I stopped being frustrated. I'll just go with the flow and say, how you liking your ride? All these really, really rich people, you're all about to lose your money. Saving for a rainy day. I got a bird that's kind of agreeing. Anyways, peace out.